Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack by Recovery Concepts. And I'm Chris. Thank you for joining. Hope everybody's week's going along well. Excuse me. Hump Day, Wednesday, May 6th. Hope y'all had some possibly celebrated with some Cinco de Mayo, good authentic Mexican food, or just had a good Tuesday, any way you cut it. I'm excited about Hump Day because Hump Day is now, with my summer schedule, my Friday, my last day. So Wednesdays are now Fridays for me. Hoorah. Getting ready to knock this last work day out. And then, of course, get on with the chores at the house, which there never seem to be a depletion of. So is home ownership, especially with gardens and stuff of that nature. There's always something. But that's a blessing. All right, let's jump in here, man. See what's going on today. May 6th. Quote from Rumi. The soul is here for its own joy. Our higher power wants us to find, embrace, and live a life of joy. Our higher power created joy as a gift to us. Unfortunately, we got lost searching out joy. We thought excitement or intensity would bring us joy. Joy comes from living a life of values, hope, and faith. Our souls produce joy when we do the next right thing. Joy comes from knowing that our higher power loves us and wants us near. We must remember, as Bill W. said, we didn't get sober to just go to meetings. We got sober to have good, joyous lives within our healing circles and in our everyday lives. We are to transform pain and challenges into growth and joy. Follow that which feeds your soul, and joy will follow. Joy is not a goal, but a byproduct. There it is. Happiness as well. Joy is not a goal, but a byproduct. Prayer for the day. Higher power, you speak to me through my soul. Whisper songs of joy and love to me. Guide me closer to you. Today's action. Today I will list all the things in recovery that bring me joy. I will do these things more often. For me, what jumps out immediately is the last sentence of the paragraph. Joy is not a goal, but a byproduct. It's not that dissimilar, in my opinion, from happiness as well. Joy and happiness is kind of the same thing. But most important, I believe, in that reading is the directions of how it's attained. For me, addiction, life in general was about, succeed. I was trying to succeed. And for me, working hard and playing hard looked like that success. It felt like that success before I got really medicinally addicted and started. I did things that were kind of compromised as far as my conscience and my morals are concerned for a long time. But it got a little strange in medicinal addiction for a good minute. And I got lost, as it talks about, seeking material things to produce the joy and inner satisfaction and settlement of my soul, to where I felt like I was winning, if you will. I was successful, if you will. I was looking for those things. And the joy and happiness, I thought, were produced by attaining that, but more in a material sense. What I did not understand, what I missed from my childhood, and I know people told me, man. I know that I was told, man. I don't know how I got, mixed up and got astray or whatever, but it happened. Is you can't go and get, happiness as a tangible thing. It is a byproduct that is produced from doing a set of other things. When you feel good about who you are and what you're doing, man, joy and happiness and gratitude will come. When you feel compromised and worried and sick and tired of being who you are and knowing you're doing the wrong damn things and swearing up and down, you're going to get it worked out and changed and, figured out to where you're going to stop doing this stuff, and you don't, it continues, that'll chip away at your soul. Or it chipped away at mine. But happiness and joy, I don't believe, is something that you can go to Go-Mart and, Sheets and pick up, or the next Lexus or iPhone 29 or, whatever it is. And don't get me wrong, it's nice to have nice things. But I don't, another zero in a bank account or the new Lexus or the new stuff does not equate in my life to an elevated level of happiness and serenity, if that makes sense. Money's a little bit weird for sure, man, because God knows you got to have some of it. If you have medical situations, cars, yeah. I mean, I live out in Egypt, man. I can't skateboard to work no more. Me and my buddy, man, back in the day, man, way back, first apartment, man, we literally, you could skateboard to work 3 miles in Charleston, West Virginia, from the hollow we lived in up to, I worked at a skate shop and he worked at a music store, Camelot Music and S&E Shirts. Way back, Charleston Town Center. I'm sorry, I got distracted. But point being is, I can't skateboard to work. You need a dependable car. But I don't need a Lexus. Someday if I want to buy one, maybe I'm in a position to do so or whatever at a later date or whatever. But right now that I'm not going to or that I can't does not produce sorrow in my life. Happiness and joy come from, they're a byproduct that is produced by me living in existence and being a part of a community that I feel deeply ingrained with, safe and happy, happy in. I feel like this is what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be being this version of Chris, the sober, recovering version of Chris, who is delving into the mysteries about who he is or whatever, but I'm doing it with a sane mind, I know what I produced through my best thoughts, and my best thoughts were never, I can't wait to get up and screw up my life and piss off everybody that loves me. It was never like that, but that's what occurred a whole lot when I was in active addiction because of my behaviors and my actions. I was locked in and I couldn't get out and I couldn't see a way out. But joy and happiness lives with me these days. Gratitude lives with me these days. These are part of my daily things. And it's not because I went over and flipped the light switch on or something or another and joy just struck me. It is because I feel confident in who I am, how my life is going now, generally speaking, and the person that I've become. Imperfect and flawed, absolutely, but a much better version in my humble opinion. And I sleep with me. I've been with me for 56 years. I'm a better person and a better version of me than I've ever been in my life. And that is all due to recovery, 12-step recovery specifically for me. And I'm grateful about that. And that gives me reason to smile. And the byproducts of being a better person have blossomed and resulted in my life and my experience. In many, many, many different facets of my existence, man, my life is better. 100% better. I have very nice situations in my life. I have a loving wife. I have the respect back of my family. I have a whole slew of new damn friends, that I've gotten over the years in recovery. And I rest well, decently well. I sleep reasonably well. I'm not living in contradiction to the way that I think that I should, to the degree I did in active addiction anyway. And my guts ain't always tearing at me about me being wrong. And that produces joy and happiness, and I'm forever grateful for that. So, that's what I got from today's reading. Hope you guys got something out of it. Please subscribe, share, like, most specifically on social media. Try to get this thing built up a little bit. I really appreciate you all joining me. Y'all have a blessed day. Make it a good one out there. And if you feel drawn to do so, come on back. We'll do it again, Lord willing, tomorrow. Make a Thursday out of it then. Have a great hump day. See you soon. Bye-bye.